live my life. Fast, hard. Might as well make the most of the more money than I could spend in a lifetime. The whiskey on tap, the God-given gifts I happen to appreciate the hell out of. I have blue eyes and black hair. I'm 6'3" and built as fuck in every regard. Women give me whatever I want, whenever I want it. I thank my lucky stars for all of the above by enjoying the ride every chance I get. Why wouldn't I? I'm famous, not just because I was recently listed among the top 5 drummers in the world, but also because I tend to make headlines for a variety of reasons. I prefer to let my fire burn bright. I'm borderline out of control maybe, but who isn't? Anyone who tells me they're in control is full of shit, I figure. Even if such a thing was possible, it wouldn't be something I would aspire to. I have zero interest in living my life by a set of arbitrary rules that might be considered acceptable. To who? No one I happen to know or care much about the opinion of is what I've come to realize. Even so, I can admit I feel sort of wrecked. Not just physically from all the insane excesses. Those are easy enough to bounce back from. I'm 24 and brimming with virile energy and blazing lust. It burns hot and borderline feral all the time, so if I don't use it, I feel like I might spontaneously fucking combust. It's the existential exhaustion that hits harder. Sometimes it dawns on me that it would actually be nice to care about what other people think of me. But all those impulses died on one particularly stormy night, years ago now. Its effect still has the ability to exhaust me from time to time. Lately, the memories have felt like more of a black cloud than usual. Having my mother revisit me in a surprisingly realistic hallucination out of the blue makes me realize how jaded I am. Maybe I'm closer to the edge than I thought. The cool water feels nothing less miraculous, like I'm somehow in the process of being reborn. After a while, I walk up the sandy beach and grab my clothes, but I don't bother putting them on. I'll dry off in the sun. There's no one around. I happen to be a person who's intensely comfortable in my own skin, with good reason. I don't know if I'm arrogant or just secure enough to know from experience that I happen to look like a guy who can show a girl the time of her life on around 10 different levels, and then deliver on each and every one of those promises in spades. At least for one night. That's just the way it is. I notice up a slope there's a cottage situated in a small grove of trees. Travis mentioned that there were 2 or 3 of them, along with the main house and the barn. Part of the property he bought only days ago. He wants me to move into one of the cabins for a while. I know my family worries about me. I take things further than either of my brothers or my sister. Travis and Cade mostly stick to whiskey, and Roxy doesn't drink at all. But hell, we all have our demons, and we all handle them with different medicinal remedies. I tell them there's nothing to worry about. I walk up the slope to check out the cabin. It's got a small front porch with 2 wooden chairs and a nice view over the pond and the hills. It's mostly dry, so I pull on my jeans, but leave them half-zipped. I toss my shirt onto one of the chairs and check the door. It's unlocked. Whoever Travis bought the property from left everything behind, like they were planning to come back to it but never did. The house is furnished, and so is this cabin. It's rustic and dusty, but fully equipped as a guest house with all the modern conveniences. There's a small kitchen, a table next to the window, leather couches, and a fireplace. There's 1 bedroom with a king-sized bed and a small but luxe bathroom. Perfect. There are even paintings on the walls. One is a geometric design in black and white. It doesn't really go with the rustic furnishings or the wood of the interior, but I like it. It shakes things up. After our next tour, which is only 12 shows, I might settle down right here and Jack Kerouac my way through a couple of weeks to see if I can create some music that digs so deep it goes down in infamy for the rest of time. Or something. All 3 of us write music, and we all have different styles. Travis's is more country. Cade's leans toward bluegrass meets edgy folk, and mine is more rock and roll. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Right. Let the angst and the regret and the feverish love of life pour out of me without distractions. I find it interesting that the urge to write feels remarkably like lust. It's a spiritual lust, but it spills over into a physical lust that's fiery and more...